And hi there, I hope you were able to learn something from our conversation on algebraic expressions earlier today. We are just going to go ahead and work through a few just to kind of reiterate and show you again what we learned this morning, or how to apply what we learned this morning. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start with an easy one. Let's say 3y minus 2 minus 4y plus 6. All right. And we established earlier that each part, right? Each part of this expression is what we call a term. All right. So the first thing we're going to look for like terms. All right. And if you notice that both 3 and -4 are connected to y. And we talked about like terms being connected to the same variable, having the same variable, and being raised to the same exponent. So there's no exponents there, but we know that the same variable is here. So we know that 3y and -4y are indeed like terms. So let's go ahead and combine those. 3y minus 4y will give us -1y. We don't write the 1, so we're just going to say -y. Okay, looking at these two, we know that they're constants. They're not attached to any variable, so they're automatically like terms. -2 and 6 will give us +4. So we'll write it down here. And we'll look at our new expression, -y plus 4. No like terms there, so we're going to circle it because we have finished. All right, that was pretty simple, right? Okay, it doesn't get much more complicated. Let's try one more easy one. Let's say 1 plus 5w plus 2w minus 7. Okay, 1 plus 5w plus 2w minus 7. All right, you should be looking already and seeing that you have two sets of like terms, the two constants, 1 and -7, and then again 5w and 2w, since they have the same exponent. All right, 5 plus 2 is 7w. Okay, and 1 minus 7 is going to be -6. We've got our new expression. We're circling it because there's nothing else we can do to simplify. So we are finished. Good? Excellent. Let's try another. This morning we talked about distributive property. So let's do one with that. Let's do 4 times the value of 3g plus 1 minus 5g. All right, and step number 1 is to undo this distributive property. And I told you that undoing distributive property is as easy as multiplying the outside number, in this case it's the 4, by each of the inside terms. So let's multiply 4 times 3g, gives us 12g. Good. All right, and then we're going to go 4 times 1, gives us 4. And then we'll bring down our minus 5g. We're looking for like terms. Of course, we notice very quickly that 12g and 5g have the same variable, so they are like terms. What is 12 minus 5? Gives us 7g, right? Bring down our 4. There's nothing else to combine, no more like terms, so we're going to circle it. All right, and still pretty simple. All right, let me give you one that's marginally tougher. All right, we tend to freak out when we see fractions, so let me give you one with fractions. All right, let me help you out. All right, so we're going to say 6 times the value of 1/3 g. All right, plus 5/6 minus 9g. All right, we see distributive property and we see fractions. Yuck. All right, but it's really not that difficult. Really not that difficult. So let's go ahead and undo our distributive property. Let's go 6 times 1/3 g. Remember, all you have to do is change 6 into a fraction, 6 over 1, and multiply straight across. I'm going to do these in my head, but if you've forgotten how to multiply fractions, please go back to your notes. And maybe one of these days I'll do a video reminder just showing you some of the simple ways, reminding you, sorry, you know this stuff, of how to do that. All right, so that's going to give us 6/3 g, 6 over 3 g. All right, and we're going to multiply 6 times 5/6, and that's going to give us 30 over 6, and we'll bring this straight down, minus 9g. All right, so you're looking at it, you're looking for like terms. I'm sure you see that 6/3 g and negative 9g have the same variable, so they are like terms. We could combine them as this ugly fraction, but let's go ahead and simplify it and make it look a little nicer for us. We know that 6 divided by 3 is what? 2. So we can go ahead and make that 2g. All right, plus 30 divided by 6 we know is 5. Bring down our negative 9g. All right, we've got our new expression that looks a lot better now. We see that 2g and negative 9g are, of course, like terms, so we're going to combine them. That's going to give us negative 7g, right? Bring our 5 down because there's nothing to combine it to. Looking at this, is there anything else to do? There's nothing else to do, so we're going to circle it, signifying we have finished, and voila. You have simplified 4 expressions. All right, be proud of yourself, pat yourself on the back, and remember to learn, remember to love, remember to lean. See you next time.